Ready to learn how to communicate better? Stick around.
All right, I'm still laughing. Even after that little pause, I'm still laughing. That is great. Communication. You know what I hear? You know what buzzword today is that everybody, why don't we, it's not communicate. It's
conversation.
Dialogue.
Dialogue. Yeah.
We need a dialogue.
That's
Let's
the PC
dialogue.
word.
Let's dialogue. Dialogue is good. Mm-hmm. It can work politically. It can work in our homes, work with our children. Dialoguing is good. But there are rules to dialoguing. As a matter of fact, if we want to be really good, if we want to get our thoughts and feelings and emotions out and receive somebody else's thoughts and feelings, then we have to communicate well. And there are three basic, of course, this can get really, really complicated, but there are three basic rules to communicating effectively and properly. One of them is accurate, and two of them are what we want to avoid doing. So let's start with
two of them are where most of us live, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, and I just wonder, and we all do, and like I said, it doesn't matter politically, or even in a relationship, most intimate relationship with your spouse, and everything in between. That if we communicate in these two wrong ways, we are doing ourselves or them a disservice. And and you know what? Remember what we said a long time ago? We say this all the time. If I push you, you have two options.
I can run away or I can push back.
Yes, you can't just stand there. It's impossible. So the first way that is probably used the most for communication that we suggest is not good and never will work is aggressive communication. Aggressive is, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm putting you down, I'm cutting down your methods, your thoughts, your feelings. I am going to make you feel bad, you're the enemy. It's talking down to people.
Yep.
Again, that can be political, that can be social media, that can be you're wrong, you don't know nothing, just you're bad, your ideas are bad, and it can be your spouse. So that's called aggressive communication. And aggressive is, I win, you lose.
Yeah, that's the only outcome, and I will just keep pounding that until that result is had.
Stop doing that.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
It's not good.
Yes.
Way on the other side of the spectrum then, not aggressive, is passive, where I lose and you win.
Yeah.
Right? It's the complete opposite.
If you're the kind of person who finds yourself apologizing for your feelings, apologizing for your hurts,
or I'm not even going to bring something up because I don't want to upset the apple cart, or they might get mad.
A passive communication is more of this from our personal perspective is you win, I lose. Where can you go with
Again, not a good place to be.
Not a good place.
Not a good place.
If you find yourself being a passive communicator with always apologizing for your thoughts, your feelings, it's okay, it's not that bad, I'll get over it. Listen, you're always being the loser there, and there's nothing heroic, nothing spiritual about being the loser. Okay? So, the middle, and actually the effective way to communicate, and at the end we're going to do an I imagine. Okay. So, assertive communication is what we're looking for. To be assertive without being aggressive, without being passive, but assertively. And assertive communication usually starts with I statements. I feel, I've observed. So we're owning our feelings. We're owning our values, and then we're sharing them. We're not condemning, we're sharing.
It's not a blame sort of thing or anything unhealthy. This is just, this is me sort of thing. So
this is me. Every time you, a great thing with your spouse is, honey, every time you do this, I feel less valued. Every time you do this, I feel worthless. I feel this way when you do that. I'm not condemning you. I am sharing. This is where communication starts. This is where communication. This is where ideas get passed. This is where we grow and learn each other and stuff. And it's the way to go. And I would just encourage everybody. You're going through something this week, and we're not going to get into it, but a prime example of, as you were explaining to the staff that what you're going to be doing. You said, you didn't use these words, but you said, I'm not going down there to condemn or control. I'm not going to say they're wrong.
No, I'm not even going to try and change this person's mind.
I am going there to be assertive and I want you to know where I am at, my feelings. Here's where we end up. It's nerving, huh?
I mean, this is not easy.
No.
Like, don't get the wrong idea.
No, but it's a way to build relationships. And it's the way to protect ourselves and build relationships, bring people together. Imagine, here's where I'm at.
All right.
Imagine if, as a culture, we could dialogue assertively. Most dialogue we see, most of it is very aggressive, putting down, blaming. We don't see.
You mean if I disagree with you about something, I don't need to call you a racist or a Nazi or a snowflake or whatever on any side of the spectrum you sit, whatever your word is.
Right.
I don't need to use any of those?
Well, it actually would work better if you didn't. Yes. However, you don't want to let go of your values and feelings.
Yep.
So assertive. This is where I stand. This is what I feel.
So not name calling, not cancel culture.
Yes.
Right in the middle.
Bingo.
Look at that.
Imagine what our culture would. There you go.
I'm imagining.
Get there. Imagine. No, actually do that.
Okay.
Imagine what the news media. Imagine what would happen if we as people learned to communicate that way.
Yeah.
Culturally in our homes.
Yep.
It would really change everything. So
Yep.
there you go.
Anyway, think about that this week.